Gwen told me last night that you two are officially engaged. Congratulations.
Thanks, Sheridan. Yeah, Gwen's been on the phone all day telling friends and family the news.
Is something wrong? Gwen sounds a lot more excited than you do.
I should be happy that Gwen and I are getting married. I am. You're right. Something's wrong.
What is it?
Gwen and I are one step closer to getting married, but I can't stop thinking about Teresa.
It's really over. I have lost Ethan to Gwen. All of my hopes and dreams are gone. And my heart is broken.
Teresita. Where have y'all been? I'm starting to worry.
I was working at the Cranes, and Teresa and Whitney were out.
You aren't fooling me. I know all about Teresa's big love affair breaking up.
This bird gave Charity those weird feelings. I cannot believe I found it here outside Tabitha's house. Maybe she bought it from that old woman and then she threw it away.
Maybe Tabitha knows something about the bird statue that we don't. So I say we should leave the bird statue here and forget about this whole crazy plan of yours.
No way, Simone. It's practically on my property. Besides, this bird is my ticket to Charity being in the cuckoo's nest.
How, Kay?
Well, the first time she saw the bird, she freaked out. Maybe she was so allergic to the paint or the varnish or something that she just got completely wacky.
She's not the only one who's wacky.
Well, if she sees it again and she freaks out, your mom will have to have her committed. And then Charity will be out of the way. And Miguel will be mine all the way.
Now tell me what you did with that bird, Timmy. I need the red envelope inside it to help me ruin Eve's life.
Timmy's no stool pigeon. He won't sing for Tabitha. He's protecting Dr. Russell.
Oh, what you mean, you won't sing? This isn't a prison movie, and you're not the Birdman of Alcatraz. Now, just tell me what you did with that blasted statue, or I'll dip you in catnip and lock you in the attic with Fluffy.
Tabitha wouldn't do that.
Try me.
Timmy pushed the bird out the window. He heard it land on the ground outside.
That bird had better be where you say it is, or Timmy'll end his days as stuffing for Fluffy's cat bed. Come on.
Sam.
What the hell are you doing in here? I demand you get out of this room. Of course. The oh so upstanding chief of police, Sam Bennett. How could I have been so blind? Those tedious, inane dinner parties Ivy kept throwing as a ruse to get you into our house. You're the one she came up to this pedestrian lodge to see. You're the one she's having an affair with.
I am not sleeping with your wife, Julian.
Don't even try to deny it. You see the look on Ivy's face? It's damned obvious the two of you are lovers.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet.
I always wondered how a passionate woman like Ivy went for years without a man in her bed. Now I know. She had you to satisfy her needs.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
How long have the two of you been playing me for a fool?
You're the one making a fool of yourself, John.
Both. Straight to hell.
Ivy and I did
Imagine the
not
tawdry little
sleep
trysts the two of you have had up here. No one makes a laughing stock out of me and gets away with it. I will crush you both for what you've done.
For the last time, I did not touch your wife.
Yes? What are those scratch marks? On your back. I'll tell you what they are. They're proof that you slept with my wife. Ivy's left her mark. And I love her.
No. The bird isn't here, Timmy. I think you lied to me.
No, Talbot. Timmy told the truth. Timmy pushed the bird out of the window. It should have landed somewhere near here.
Unless you want to wear catnip trousers for your next date with Fluffy, you better own up to where you put that bird, Timmy, and you better own up now.
Timmy told you what he did. It should have landed somewhere near here. Unless it has special powers and made itself invisible.
The only power that bird has is in the naughty photos of Eve Russell inside it. Photos I need to destroy her. Oh, where could the bloody bird be?
Chad and Jessica are in there with Charity and Miguel.
And I think my mom's upstairs.
I'm gonna have to act fast so your mom doesn't connect Charity going bonkers to that bird.
All right, Kay, you can't bring that thing anywhere near Charity with Miguel around. He'll go ballistic that you're deliberately trying to upset her.
I know. Especially after I suggested we take Charity to see The Sixth Sense. Someone's coming. We've got to hide this bird.
I want to know what's going on in here. And I want to know now.
What do you mean my love affair is over?
You aren't wearing that big fake engagement ring anymore. You know, anybody who thought it was real must have thought the rich guy who bought it for you decided that he didn't want you after all.
You shouldn't tease your sister, Louise.
No, that ring was like the man of your dreams, you know? Chances of you having both were like nada.
You're wrong, Louise. I had a chance. But now it's gone. And I'll never find another man like him.
What was that all about? I was only teasing. Oh, no, Teresa wasn't really engaged, was she?
What do you mean you can't get Teresa out of your mind? Do you regret getting engaged to Gwen?
No, of course not.
Oh, well, the way you phrased it, you made it sound like you had feelings for Teresa.
I told you at the pond I don't.
Well, why is Teresa on your mind then?
Teresa has supported my relationship with Gwen 100%. I mean, even when Gwen thought she was after me. In fact, Teresa's talk about love and commitment made me realize that I was ready to marry Gwen. And there was that whole fiasco with the engagement ring getting stuck on Teresa's finger.
I gather you finally got it off.
Yeah, just in the nick of time. I mean, Gwen would have walked out on me if Teresa hadn't got that ring off her finger so I could give it to her.
Sounds like Teresa saved your engagement.
Yeah, Gwen and I have a future now thanks to Teresa. The thing is, after Gwen and I were okay, she broke down, lost it completely.
Why?
Well, she was upset that her boyfriend Chuck broke up with her. And then Teresa said that she never should have dated a guy who came from such a different background than hers. You know, I just think there's more to it than that.
You've really given this a lot of thought.
I'm not saying that Teresa lied. Just, I think there's something she's not telling us. Or there's something that she can't admit to.
Ethan, are you sure there's not something that you can't admit to yourself?
What do you mean?
Well, you're concerned for Teresa. It's almost as though...
As though what?
It's almost as though you suddenly realize that you're in love with Teresa.
Of course, Teresa was never engaged.
Well, that's a relief. Well, then what's going on here? Why is Teresa so upset?
Luis, it's a long story, but the gist of it is your sister had a crush on this boy, and now she realizes that he loves another girl.
Well, I'm sorry your heart's breaking, but... Well, she's not brokenhearted over Ethan Crane, is she?
I won't lie to you. Until tonight, Teresa still dreamed of a future with Ethan.
After all the times that I told her to give up those crazy notions. You know, I've got half a mind.
Luis, leave your sister alone. She's hurting enough.
All right. You know, Teresa may not know it, but she's lucky that she lost Ethan. A relationship like that could never work. Besides, I would never have allowed it.
I keep telling you, I'm not in love with Teresa. I mean, she's hurting and I'm concerned for her.
I believe you, Ethan. I just wanted to make sure.
Sheridan, hi. I was just headed over to the cottage to show you my ring.
Oh.
Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
It's stunning. I'm so happy for you both.
Oh, thank you. I just can't wait to tell Ethan's parents our news.
Ivy and Julian still don't know you're engaged?
No.
They went out of town. Neither one of them left a number where they could be reached.
Won't they be surprised when they get home?
Mother will jump for joy, and father...
Julian will be checking the tax advantages on you and Gwen, filing joint returns. My unromantic brother aside, I know you two are going to have a happy and long marriage.
You bet we are. We're not going to end up like my parents, bickering all the time.
You hypocritical bastard!
You two-timing trollop.
Ivy is not two-timing you, Julian. Not with me.
Spare me your lame denials. Those scratches on your back prove that you and Ivy slept together. I know. Because she clawed me like a wildcat the few precious times I got to bed her over the years. Not that there's any problem with my libido. God knows we Cranes are a potent lot. In fact, every time we were together, we produced a child, beginning with Ethan. And oh, I know how you love your precious firstborn son. Tell me, how's Ethan going to react when he learns his mother, his sainted mother, is a sinner, the whore of harmony?
Don't you speak to your wife that way.
I will speak to my bitter half any damn way I wish. Ivy is a tart. She's a tramp. She's a latter-day Hester Prynne. I am going to relish destroying her. Do you hear that, hon? I am terminating our merger of a marriage due to breach of contract. Not that there was ever any love between us anyway. The Winthrop Crane merger was good business. That's it.
That's enough. There's nothing going on between me and your wife. Now, if you just shut up and let me explain...
You listen to me, Bennett. I'm going to destroy you and your whole home-baked family.
Oh, don't you threaten me, Julian.
No threats. Facts. You slept with my wife. Soon the whole world's going to know about it, beginning with your precious wife, Grace.
Sam? Sam? What's going on in here?
I want to toast the happy couple. Ethan, would you please go get some champagne?
The best in father's wine cellar.
Well, you won the bet that we made in Paris last summer. Oh. But then again, deep down inside, I always knew that you'd beat me to the altar.
Oh, Sheridan, I don't know. Ethan and I have such a big wedding to plan. You could elope long before I ever make it down the aisle.
Need to find a man to marry first.
What about Louise?
Oh, Gwen. I already told you what Julian said, and he has a point. Luis and I come from two different worlds. I mean, what are the chances of us finding common ground to build a future on?
We never know unless you try.
I could end up hurting Luis. I'd never forgive myself if that happened.
Sheridan, I know you. You would never hurt anybody.
No, not intentionally.
Well, then?
Luis takes things so seriously. I mean, if things didn't work out between us...
And what if they did?
I just wish I knew exactly how I was feeling towards Luis. I really don't even know how he feels towards me, either.
I'd have packed Teresa off to a convent before I ever let her hook up with Ethan Crane. Still, I hate to see my little sister hurting. But at least she's over that fantasy of marrying a Crane. I mean, you talk about pipe dreams. No, but I guess I'll just never understand how those people think and feel. They're not like anyone else I ever met.
The Cranes in general, or Sheridan in particular?
Yeah, you got me. I was thinking about Sheridan.
Have you been able to sort out your feelings for her?
No. You know, if anything, I'm even more confused than ever. I mean, Sheridan's beautiful and I'm attracted to her, but it just...
She's a Crane, and you've always hated the Cranes.
Yeah, but you know, we really clicked when we were in New Mexico. I mean, we connected. And even more when we were on our real first date. But, I don't know, then she pulled back. You know, why? I don't know.
Luis, maybe she's confused about her feelings for you as well.
You know, all I want is to settle down, you know, have a nice marriage like Grace and Sam's.
You will have that, hijo. You will. Someone special is out there waiting for you, but you've got to be patient. I mean, even Sam had his heart broken before he met Grace.
Well, Sam was in love with someone else besides Grace? I didn't know that. Who was he in love with?
Grace, I can't believe it. You're here.
Well, didn't Sam tell you we're here on our second honeymoon?
And having a great time together.
Oh. You and Sam on your second honeymoon. Imagine that, darling. Sam's here with Grace.
Well, Julian, who else would you expect Sam to be here with?
Birdie, birdie, birdie. Birdie. Here, birdie.
Shh, Timmy. I see Eve Russell in the kitchen. Shh, be quiet. I want to hear what's going on.
What's going on? Hmm? Where did you girls disappear to?
Dude Center?
Uh-huh.
Oh, such amateurs. Those girls need to get their stories straight.
I still think you're up to something. But I don't know what. And since Grace left me in charge, I'm going to warn you. Be careful what you do at your age. Things that seem like harmless fun now can get you in a lot of trouble later on.
Yes, Mom.
What's most important is that you stay away from drugs.
Oh, Mom, we would never do drugs. They fry your brain.
Yeah, and they totally ruin your hair and your skin. Besides, we don't even want the kind of guys who are attracted to girls who smoke or do drugs.
Oh, I like what I'm hearing. But I still think you're up to something.
Oh, you just startled us when you came in, and that's all.
Maybe, but I'm going to keep a very close eye on both of you, so behave. I thought everybody else could use some cookies, so why don't you girls get some plates and napkins, and I'm going to see what's here.
I thought Sam was here for a law enforcement conference. My mistake.
Oh, well, Sam does take his work very seriously.
Just like my wedding vows.
A second honeymoon. Fancy that.
Well, why are you and Ivy here? Don't tell me it's your second honeymoon also.
Oh, well, words couldn't begin to describe what this little getaway has meant for Ivy and me.
Oh, Julian's right. It's been unbelievable.
So Grace, how are you enjoying your stay?
You know, I love it here. I mean, the food is fabulous, the service is first rate, and, you know, the rooms are so homey. Have you and Ivy tried the hot tub yet?
No, we've been otherwise engaged.
Well, you really should. It is so romantic. In fact, I think the entire lodge has been remodeled with romance in mind. Oh, I couldn't agree more. It's the perfect place to be with someone you love.
You know, all I want is a woman who loves me as much as I love her. You know, someone to spend the rest of my life with. Now, how can something that sounds so simple be so hard to find?
Well, Luis, you have to have faith. All good things come to those who wait.
Well, I know you're right. I just wish I knew who it was that I'm waiting for. Well, take a walk, you know, see if some fresh air can clear my head. All right?
All right.
All right, thanks.
Luis, I pray you stay away from Sheridan. Getting mixed up with the Cranes can only lead to trouble and heartache for everyone.
To the happy couple, proof that true love conquers all.
Here, here.
Oh, you know, I have to go. My parents are dying to see the ring. Here you go. Oh, just think I am the first and the only woman ever to wear this beautiful ring. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You're thinking about Teresa again, aren't you?
Did you do drugs when you were our age, Dr. Russell?
Oh, wait a minute, Timmy. Eve seems to be in the hot seat. I want to see if she's going to get burned.
What are these?
Just take them. They'll make you feel good. Real good.
Why did you ask me if I've ever done drugs?
Yeah, okay, this is my mom we're talking about. Well, you just seem so concerned about us using drugs. I was just wondering if your concern came from personal experience.
No. My mom was perfect growing up. She's a debutante who went to dances and tea parties, and she never even smoked a cigarette. Isn't that right, Mom?
Go on, Eve. Tell them the truth. Tell them what you did when you were growing up and how you've lied your whole life to keep it a secret.
Well, I'm a doctor, so of course I'm against drugs. Now, I've seen firsthand what they can do to people, especially young people. Drugs come between kids and their parents, make them do things, just jeopardize their entire future. And if somehow they manage to come back and make something of themselves as adults, there's still always the fear that the past will come back and haunt them, and maybe they'll lose everything that they hold dear.
Eve knows of what she speaks. What she told the girls just now was a G-rated version of her X-rated life.
Well, I better get those cookies. I promised the others.
Well, here. Take these. They're already arranged.
Thank you, Kay. I'm still going to keep my eye on both of you.
That was close. Now I'm back to driving Charity over the edge and out of my life.
Not so fast, Kay Bennett. Just who the heck do you think you are?
I just want to die, Whitney. I want to curl up and die.
You know, I felt the same exact way when I lost that big tennis tournament last year. I mean, remember how I sat around feeling sorry for myself, saying that I never wanted to play tennis again? I mean, yeah, you let me whine for a little while, but then you got in my face and told me to just get over it, right? Now it's my turn. Get over it, Teresa, and please just get on with your life.
How can you compare losing a tennis tournament to me losing Ethan?
Very easily, Teresa. Next to my family, tennis has always been the most important thing in my life. And the same exact thing is true for you. Besides your family, Ethan has always been the most important thing in your life. And yes, you've lost him. But you will win another guy's heart, just like I won another tournament. But see, I learned from my mistakes, Teresa. And you can too. You've got to just get over Ethan, okay? Put these silly notions about fate behind you and take control of your life. So when that next guy does come along, you're just gonna knock his socks off.
Thanks, Whitney. You're the best friend in the whole world. I'm going to take control of my life. And I'm gonna start by getting over Ethan.
Yes, I was thinking about Teresa. You know, it's just that Gwen and I are so happy now, and Teresa was so upset earlier. I just want to make sure she's all right.
I have a very sweet and caring nephew.
So is my aunt. You know, the man you end up with is going to be one lucky guy.
If I ever find a man to end up with.
Well, what about Louise?
Gwen and I were just discussing that. She says that I should stop listening to what people think and start listening to my heart.
I think Gwen's right.
I'm gonna go for a walk and get some fresh air. Okay. See if I can figure out my feelings.
Sharon, I want you to be happy. You deserve it.
Thank you, Ethan. Good night.
Good night. I can't stop thinking about Teresa. Gotta find out if she's all right. I think I'll go see her.
Well, Sam, I think we should get back to our room and give Julian and Ivy their privacy.
Yes, yeah, this,
Well, good night.
Good
Enjoy
night.
the rest of your stay.
Ta-ta. Sam, sorry, to jump to conclusions. Must have been too much champagne, I suppose. I mean, the idea of Ivy ever being with you is ridiculous. It's completely absurd. Good night. Good night.
Was that the most awkward, embarrassing moment of my life?
You tell me, Julian.
Yeah, I don't
There's
know.
been so many of them.
Which was worse, Sam and Grace Bennett thinking that we Cranes would actually spend time in a one-star resort like this, or my thinking that you were Sam's little side dish? The mere notion that you, the blue-blooded Ivy Winthrop Crane, could have a love a low-life local like Sam Bennett's just too funny for words. Oh, my. Oh. No. Oh.
my little sex kitten. If you weren't doing the nasty with Sam Bennett, why are you here?
I told you I was going to do some skiing, and when I realized the Cranes owned this lodge...
We do?
It's one of Alistair's properties.
Oh, I had no idea. Still, we Cranes own a fish cannery. That doesn't mean we ever go there.
Don't talk to me about slumming, Julian. Not when you brought your little ex-maid here to polish your knickknacks.
Is it possible you're actually jealous that I sought comfort in the arms of another woman? That you learned that I was here with a guest? You decided I should be with you instead? I see that fire in your eyes, Ivy, that unbridled passion, just waiting to be unleashed. When I first found you in my room, I thought you'd come to embarrass me and hurt dear little Suzanne. The more I look at you and your delicious choice of attire, I think perhaps you had other intentions. I think you want me, baby. You want me bad.
That is for demeaning me in front of Sam.
Timmy's sorry he messed up. He guesses that Eve's life won't be ruined now that the bird and those naughty pictures are gone for good.
That statue and its contents are not gone for good, Timmy. They're merely missing in action. That bird will turn up, and when it does, I will use those pictures to ruin Eve's perfect life in harmony. I have a feeling that that bird is close by, Timmy. Very close by.
What's your problem, Simone? Why are you on my case?
You all but accused my mother of being a drug addict.
I did not.
How could you even think my mom would do drugs?
Chill out, Simone. I know your mom didn't do drugs. I had to ask her something to distract her from finding this bird in the cabinet. No one can know that I have this thing to use against Charity.
Okay, fine. But now that you've got the thing, now that your secret's safe, what are you gonna do with it?
I'm not sure how, but this bird's gonna make my cousin Charity bonkers yet.
Teresa, how are you feeling, sweetie?
Oh, much better, Mama, thanks to Whitney. I am finally on my way to being over Ethan.
I hope so, for your sake. Whitney, thank you for being such a good friend to my daughter.
Well, you know, I really gotta go. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Whit. Thanks for everything.
I hope you really are over Ethan this time.
I am, Mama. I swear.
Ethan.
Hello, Pilar.
Ethan.
You know, Teresa was so upset earlier. I came to see how she's doing.
She's much better, thank you.
Good, I'm glad. Would it be okay if I saw Teresa? I mean, just for a minute.
Well, she was very tired when she came home.
She's sleeping. I understand. She's had a tough day. If you just tell her that I'm really sorry about her boyfriend, and I'll see her at work tomorrow.
Sure thing.
Good night, Pilar.
Good night, Ethan. Teresita.
A few hours ago, Ethan coming to check on me would have made me so happy. But now it just reminds me that we can never be together.
Listen, seeing Ethan tomorrow will be a test. You'll be able to tell if you can get over Ethan and get on with your life?
Tomorrow.
Sheridan, what are you doing here?
I had a lot of thinking to do. Fresh air always seems to help.
That's why I came here. Had a lot on my mind.
Yeah, your brother almost drowned here.
Yeah. Seeing Charity and Miguel fall through that ice made me think of two things. How fragile life is, how we need to make every second count.
What's the second thing?
Well, I watched how Charity and Miguel almost willed each other to feel better because of how they feel about one another. It made me think that real love really can conquer all.
I'd like to believe that too.
I should
be
go.
going. Good night, Louise.
Night, Sheridan.
What are you doing tonight?
What, are you asking me out on a date?
Yes, I guess I am.